When the most important holiday for all the kids is around the corner, every house literally smells like milk, cookies, and magic. This smell makes Santa happy because it's so nice when everyone's looking forward for you to come. But it's not always that easy to be Santa. You need to quietly sneak in and not break anything or not wake anyone up. But if Santa accidentally knocks something over with his huge sack, his elves always come to the rescue. It's said that everyone who wants to help Santa with good deeds turns into an elf for one night. Are you ready to help? In order to have a wonderful holiday, we bake a Christmas cake. Grate orange zest and add orange juice to 21 ounces of candied fruits and nuts. Cover yeast with warm milk and add 5.5 ounces of sugar. Stir and let sit for 10 minutes. Then add flour, melted butter, gingerbread spices, knead dough, and let sit for 20 minutes more. Bake at 340, 50 minutes. Decorate with white chocolate, nuts, and pistachios. Coat walnuts with embedded pearl dust. Christmas music and holiday outfits will improve our mood. Helping Santa in this vibe is way more pleasant. Now our task is to change the broken Christmas tree for a tasty one. For this, we need to whip 2 eggs with 4.5 ounces of sugar. Add 3 ounces of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1.5 ounces of cornstarch. Then pour in 4.5 ounces of cream. Divide into 2 parts, add 1.5 ounces of nuts, zest, and some matcha. Then put it into a pastry bag. Fill 2/3 of the molds with it and bake for 20 to 25 minutes at 340. Let it cook. Color the glaze and dip the donuts in it. Decorate with beads and edible pearl dust. Assemble a Christmas tree. And we will change the broken ornaments for chocolate ones so no one in the house notices them. For this, we need to melt 17 ounces of glaze. Color half of it. Spread it over a mold and freeze. Then attach a cord with melted glaze and coat with edible pearl dust. Metal ornaments are a great replacement for glass ones. They look amazing on the tree among the other ornaments and the string of lights. It would be great to complete the tree with edible snowmen. To cook macaroons, we need 5.5 ounces of almond flour with 5.5 ounces of sugar. Add 1.5 ounces of egg white and stir. Put the 5.5 ounces of sugar into a container. Add 3.5 ounces of water and water-soluble coloring. Cook until you reach 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Pour the syrup into 1.5 ounces of egg whites and whip it with a mixer at the highest speed. Place the meringue you got in the almond mass and mix. Place it into a pastry bag with a round tip and shape it like snowmen. Toss up the tray, get rid of the air. Bake at 385 degrees until it's done. Paint eyes, nose, and buttons on those treats. Add the filling in a wooden stick for convenience. Our snowmen are ready to hang on the tree and make everyone around happy. It's time for elves to snack on something too, because we work hard while Santa's resting. Let's conjure up some treats for ourselves. We start with a roll. Put 3 egg whites into a dry saucepan and add 7 ounces of sugar. Stir it until it dilutes completely. Whip it and let it cool. Then add 9 ounces of butter and mix. For the sponge cake, we need to mix flour with 1 ounce of cocoa powder, 1/2 ounce of baking powder, and 5.5 ounces of sugar. Add 3.5 ounces of vegetable oil, 3.5 ounces of cream, and red coloring. Mix and bake for 10 minutes at 340. Add the icing on top of the cake after it's done. Make a roll and decorate it. One roll isn't enough. We also need to cook Santa's hat cake. Soak 1.5 ounces of gelatin in 5.5 ounces of milk for 10 minutes and melt in a microwave. Beat 28 ounces of cream till you get stiff peaks and add chocolate ganache. Then pour in the warm cream with gelatin. Mix and pour into a silicone mold to fill the half. Put on 7 ounces of cherries and cover with the rest of the mousse. Do the same to the pom-pom of our hat cake. Freeze it for 5 hours. Coat with mirror glaze and decorate with coconut sheds. Santa decided to join us and ask for a cake with Christmas trees. Whip 25 ounces of soft butter and add 17 ounces of condensed milk. Keep whipping. Color 1 part green and assemble the cake. Make stripes of icing on one sponge cake, then cover it with another sponge cake and decorate it with white icing. Stick in waffle cones and decorate them with big green icing so they look like Christmas trees. Sprinkle with powdered sugar. Well, we also need to get Santa's Christmas crew ready. To make reindeer cake pops, crumble Barney sponge bears, add 3.5 ounces of condensed milk and mix it. Spread over the mold. Put in sticks and refrigerate it. Then dip into 17 ounces of melted glaze. Decorate with edible pear dust, chocolate antlers, and beads so our treats look like adorable reindeer. Well, Santa needs to leave. The treats are all done. The gifts are under the tree, and the lights are on. Magic has to be invisible. That's why I try very hard for no one to notice you and leave the kids alone with the holiday vibes.